If your favorite fictional town is Hawkins, Indiana, remember there's some very good news for you. The producers of Stranger Things have announced that filming is complete, and they've already given us a few teasers of its upcoming 4th season. The next installment of the show that put Netflix on the map will feature new characters and locations, and even one or two protagonists you probably thought were dead and gone. We're looking at you, Chief Jim Hopper. It looks like Season 4 of Stranger Things, set to kick off in 2022, will be as exciting as the previous 3, if not more. For one, we will move away from the small town setting and uncover even more of Eleven's backstory. On top of that, we will get closer to finding out just what the Russians are up to. But of course, none of that would matter if we weren't able to see the return of our favorite personages. After all, Stranger Things is also a coming-of-age story. So we're dying to know whether Steve is still working at Family Video, and whether Jonathan and Nancy will be able to keep their relationship afloat despite the distance. Speaking of Nancy and Jonathan, their romance has become one of the most memorable storylines on the show, by virtue of the chemistry between actors Natalia Dyer and Charlie Heaton. Although their stories often take a backseat to Mike, Will, and the rest of the kids, they're still an integral part of the team. Besides, the series' faithful recreation of classic 80s films would not be complete without a caring but troubled older brother like Jonathan. As we wait to find out whether he'll get his job back at the Hawkins Post, let's take a minute to learn more about the English actor portraying Jonathan Byers. Keep watching to find out 5 things you probably didn't know about Charlie Heaton. Oh, and while you're watching, make sure you click on the like and subscribe buttons to show your support for our channel. If you'd like to get a notification every time there's a new video available, go ahead and hit the little bell icon. You'll be the first to learn the latest news and fun facts about your favorite TV shows and stars, so you know it's worth the click. Number 5. He was a rock musician before Stranger Things. Although you wouldn't know it from his flawless American accent, Heaton is a soccer and Arsenal-mad Brit. He was born in Leeds in 1994 and raised by his mom in Birdlington, a coastal town in the English region of Yorkshire. His origins in early life might have prepared him for living in Hawkins, Indiana, but at 16, Charlie moved to London to fulfill many teenagers' dreams by joining a rock band. During his time in the capital of the UK, Heaton played the drums for a noise rock band, Comanche, as well as for psychedelic band Half Loon. Given that Stranger Things cast members like Joe Keery or Finn Wolfhard are also musically inclined, Charlie's experience as a seasoned drummer probably helped him break the ice on set with some insider chit-chat. But rocking out was not the only thing Charlie did while in London. He also found love for the first time. At the tender age of 20, he had a son with Akiko Matsuda, a gifted Japanese drummer and the singer of Comanche. However, their relationship was short-lived, and they soon decided to split amicably. They're still in touch, and Charlie makes sure to visit their son Archie every time he gets a chance. We could definitely picture Jonathan Byers as a moody rocker, but maybe not as a responsible dad. Number 4. From living in a cheap hostel to a turbulent life-changing 2015. Unlike many of his fellow cast members, Charlie Heaton never really planned to become an actor. He had done some acting back when he was a student, but it was only after his band fell apart that he started auditioning for commercials to earn some extra money. After his first few jobs, he got an agent, and his early successes made him gain some confidence in his abilities in front of the camera. Nevertheless, the going was a bit tough at the start. As recently as 2015, he found himself living in a cheap hostel in LA, trying to get as many auditions as possible. He describes that year as turbulent and crazy, but there was a silver lining. One of the trials he did for a sci-fi project from an up-and-coming studio called Netflix. By 2016, when Stranger Things found its way into our homes, his life had changed overnight. The screaming fans and the paparazzi followed him around, and he traveled endlessly to meet new film projects. Thankfully, by that time, he could afford a decent place to live. Number 3. The Marvel franchise and Robert Pattinson as a role model. Naturally, thanks to Stranger Things, Charlie Heaton has managed to make the leap to the big screen. Most notably, he has been able to join the Marvel Cinematic Universe after his role on New Mutants. He plays the part of Cannonball, an X-Men with the ability to propel himself into the air. Pretty similarly, joining the extended Marvel family has quickly propelled Heaton to stardom, along with other well-known faces such as Anya Taylor-Joy and Arya Stark herself, Maisie Williams. It's good to know that he's got another franchise to rely on after Stranger Things calls it quits. However, blockbuster films aren't everything Heaton plans to do with his career. When asked about an actor he'd like to model his career after, Heaton is quick to reply that Robert Pattinson is a role model. Just to clarify, that doesn't mean Heaton would like to remake the Twilight franchise. He says that Pattinson is an inspiration for his willingness to work in smaller projects with interesting directors while managing more popular fare such as the more recent Batman. Charlie Heaton is right to admire Pattinson. Few actors could survive the onslaught of Twilight memes and sparkly vampire jokes. Number 2. He missed a Stranger Things premiere for drug-related reasons. The title might fool you into thinking Heaton is living too much of a rock and roll lifestyle, but it's not what you think. Or is it? Back in 2017, Charlie missed the premiere of the second season of Stranger Things. He had boarded a plane from London but was denied entry into the United States. The reason? Sniffer dogs found traces of cocaine in his clothes and luggage. After a bit of questioning, he was sent back to the UK. Fortunately, he wasn't arrested or charged with any crime, as the amount of drugs found on him was too small to justify an arrest. After the incident happened, Charlie went online to apologize to the fans for missing the premiere. He only mentioned that he'd been stopped due to an issue at immigration, and we never really found out whether it was all a misunderstanding or whether he had, let's say, gotten rid of all the evidence. We guess it's just another one of those unsolvable mysteries from the Stranger Things universe. Number 1. Sparks were flying, Natalia Dyer in his real-life partner. You might have noticed a not-so-subtle bit of foreshadowing at the start of this video. When we said Charlie Heaton and Natalia Dyer had chemistry, we really meant it. Although Jonathan and Nancy have been an official real-life item for a while now, fans only learned about their relationship after quite a while. According to Stranger Things showrunner Matt Duffer, Dyer and Heaton read the script together and sparks were flying. One of the perks of creating Stranger Things is you learn about all the juicy gossip much earlier than anyone else. Although their attraction was obvious from the start, Dyer and Heaton decided to keep quiet about their relationship. They wanted to be sure about what they had, and they also needed to learn how to navigate show business and tabloid journalists. However, they left a few clues in the form of Instagram posts. There was a picture where they wore matching Halloween costumes, cute messages on each other's boards. You get the idea. In any case, they kept denying the rumors and argued that they were just close because they worked on the same show. It wasn't until December 2017 that Charlie and Natalia made their relationship official by going to the London Fashion Awards together. After that, their life as a couple has been a non-stop parade of premieres and events like Coachella, the Emmy Awards, or the Dior Fashion Show. Heaton says that growing together as a couple in the same series has brought them even closer together. Natalia understands Charlie much better than anyone else could, and she keeps his insecurities in check. We're really happy for them, but we hope she also helps him keep his luggage clean next time. Well, that's our video about Stranger Things' resident big brother and aspiring photojournalist Jonathan Byers, aka Charlie Heaton. If you would like to add something, don't be shy, we want to read it. Go ahead and leave your mark in the comments section below. And remember, if you want to support our channel, there's no better way than clicking on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to hit the bell icon too. That way you'll get a notification every time there's new content available, and we got a lot more coming. Thanks for watching, and see you soon!